In this lesson, we'll be looking at ads testing and scaling. Testing ads is what's critical to succeeding. You will need to test your ad images, your copy, your target audiences, and the timings. It's very important to have a well thought out, structured approach to testing ad elements. If you do that, you'll understand what's working, what's not, and continually improve the performance of your campaigns. The factors you should test are images and videos, ad copy, the text, the headlines, the body, and the link text descriptions. Other elements you may look at is your target audience. If you want to test everything together, this can lead to an expensive number of combinations to test. So let's say you have 3 images, 3 sets of ad copy, 3 different target audiences. That's 27 different combinations. So remember to avoid spending large amounts of time and money on just testing. You need to be focused, testing elements that will make the biggest impact to your results, and worry about what least affects it last. According to a study by Adespresso, your ad image has the biggest impact on performance, followed by the ad copy used in the body. So this means you should focus on A/B testing images first. That brings it down to 6 different combinations to test, and it brings your cost down too. You can set up your tests in the Facebook Power Editor. You would use 1 campaign per objective, and if you group multiple ads under a single ad set, Facebook will then pick a winner that you can use early on. It will then stop showing the other ads to people. So by creating separate ad sets, you ensure that you'll be collecting enough data to make an informed decision about which ads to keep and which ones to turn off. If you want to get more granular, separate your ad sets based on placement or demographic. For example, if you're running ads in a news feed, in the right-hand column, you can create an ad set that targets the news feed only, and another one that's maybe for the right column only. Not only can performance differ across placements, but the ad creative also looks different on different placements. So by separating them, you can see which one's placement performs better and then turn the other ones off. Interest targeting is also another element to test. So let's say you're interested in targeting people for growing an email list. You might pick interests like online business or flexible work. You should put each of those interests into a separate ad set, rather than bunching them together. It allows you to quickly tell which one is working and which one is not. The only exception is if they're really closely related. So online business or internet business are very similar, so those could go together. You will need to let each run for at least 2 to 3 full days. It allows Facebook's algorithm to settle in and optimize itself. It also gives you time to collect meaningful amount of data to look at. The other reason would be so you should run it for a while so that the ads can perform differently on different days of the week too. Ideally, you would want to run ads for as long as possible, but 3 days would give you the minimum recommended amount. You should also wait until your ads have at least 1,000 impressions. This is to ensure that you've got enough data to actually get some significant statistics from. After a few days, it will be time to look at the reports and to see which ones are performing well and which ones aren't. The ad reports can seem a little bit daunting when you first look at them, so let's talk about what you should focus on. First, you need to focus on primary metrics. And for example, your goal is email signups. Your primary metric would be cost per click, and that's the number that matters most. So if you're deciding if an ad is performing well or not, this is what you'll look at. The key when picking your metric is to focus on the metric that is most closely aligned with your end goal. For optimizing your ads, once you've had the decision about the metric to turn off all ads that aren't in line with your top 1 or 2 performance, next you'll want to allocate extra budget to your top performers and set up a new round of ads to test. You might even want to do both, depending on your budget and how many ads you've already tested. If you're ready to scale up, you should increase your budget with your winning ad sets by a maximum of 50% every 24 to 48 hours. This gives Facebook's algorithm time to adjust to the new budget, and then also helps prevent any blowouts in your costs. and it's time for rinse and repeat. So after you've done your first test, you can repeat this testing cycle until you're confident that you're getting the best results. You can adjust the process as well to then suit your budget. Test fewer combinations at a time. Or you could test hundreds at once, depending on your budget, of course. By sticking to a structure like this and making decisions based on data rather than your gut, you greatly increase your chances of creating profitable Facebook ad campaigns. And when you get a little bit more advanced, you also want to start testing and improving external elements like your opt-in offers, landing pages, and webinars. But the less you test at once, the easier this process will be. Then you have duplicate ads. Now you have decided on your best performing ones for engagement, you might want to duplicate the ad and select another audience. However, when you want to create a new ad to test some different targeting, you lose all of that social proof attached to your original ad. What you want to do is create an additional ad while reusing and keeping all of your accumulated social proof from the original advert. So let's quickly talk about a way that you want to do this. You should note that this is the way most will duplicate an ad or ad set. So let's say you have a successful ad which has a lot of social proof tied to it and you want to duplicate it for a target audience. You should select the ad set, click the duplicate button in the ads manager. But the problem with this is that it will create an entirely new ad. Instead, you should find the post ID of that ad with the social proof. To do this, you should choose Page Posts in the Ads Manager and then select Ad Posts to see all of your ad posts. Find the one you are looking for and remember to copy the ID. Now you can create the new ad set, then create a new ad within this ad set. When creating that new ad, instead of using the Creating a New Ad option, you select Use Existing Post. Click and enter the ID post here. You can paste it and then click Submit, and then in the Ad Preview area, you will see your original post ad. You can also use this trick for brand new campaigns so that the ad will accumulate all the social proof. To set this up, you would create a new campaign, one ad set and an ad. You finish the setup by publishing your ad, and once it is published, your ad will get the posted ID. You can now find the post ID and create the remainder of your ads using that same post ID. This way you will end up with many different ad sets, but they will all be using the same ad. So your ad gets likes, comments, and shares. It will then be reflected on all your other ads. Good luck with testing out your Facebook ad campaigns.